show talking about the charts while we're driving through Dubai with my man Alex here.
Wow.
We're going to be talking about a little bit of TA on Bitcoin. Now, obviously, I am driving, so I won't be able to look at charts, but Alex here is an expert in charts. He actually owns ChartPrime. He's he's the guy I'm working with. He's my partner for the factor line. So you can ask your questions for the factor line. You can ask your questions, and let's get to see some professional or a different view for Alex. So, first of all, real quick, let me show you where I'm driving because I think this is cool. Let me see how I'm going to do that real quick. I think I just pushed this button. There you go. So as you can see, there's a lot of sand. There was a sandstorm. And I am driving his Corvette, not my Corvette, just making that clear. But this is a beauty of a car, I'm telling you. So I'm in love with this car. It lets me borrow it whenever I'm here. So that's really cool. It's a flex in itself. So there you go. But ask your questions. Make sure you ask your questions in the chat. Alex will be reading them out. Now, I'm going to give my opinion real quick, Alex, and I'm going to give you the phone so you can give your opinion, okay? So you could look at your charts as well. So as I was saying, there are two ranges, okay? There are two ranges. There's an inner range and an outer range. The inner range was 107,000 to about 117,000. So let me take that back. No, that was the range we were looking at, actually. And then the outer range is 101,000, in my personal opinion. Let's call it 100,000 psychological, all the way to all-time highs of 126,000. Essentially, what we want to see is Bitcoin to break and hold above 112,000 for a retest of 117,000. If that breaks, I'm pretty confident we're going to have an all-time high challenge at the very least. And then we'll see what the charts look like at that time to see if it's a top or if there'll be a continuation on the breakout. That's what I'm looking at. And I know it's kind of weird without me showing the charts right now, but if you watch my other videos, even from yesterday and even from today, actually, it does show the chart. So it is what it is. That said, Zcash looking very strong. We were calling it for a while. I actually converted my Dash and my Decred into Zcash when we broke above $500 today, because I just saw momentum and I saw strength. And yeah, it was impulse. I did it through Exodus. So very, very rough sort of trade, long-term trade. We can always get back in on the other coins. With that said, let me pass Alex over to you. Alex, aka Gecko.
How do I do this?
Just hold it and speak.
Wow, there's 18 people. Hello, 18 people. I'm now a live streamer. Wow.
So maybe hold this as well.
Oh wait, your mic's over. Oh my god, this is the production quality. Which side do I speak into? Can I just put it on my lap?
Yeah, you could just hold it close to you, or
yeah.
Take this magnet and
wait, I'll put it on my seatbelt.
Use this magnet.
No, there we are.
All
it's
right,
on the seatbelt.
Right, cool. There you go.
So what are we talking about? Bitcoin.
Ask them if they can hear you properly.
Can everyone hear me? Briank5709.
It takes a while for them to, there's a bit of a lag, but they should see it and should answer soon.
Someone has just typed hell. They asked, do you still hold Sui?
Yes, I do still hold Sui. I do still hold Sui. Sui. It's pronounced Sui.
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 Okay, Tony says they can hear loud and clear. Any other questions for the man, Paul?
While he's driving his Corvette, trying not to crash it.
Yeah. I'm sure you've done more clear live streams, but
people get to see the face behind the factor line right now.
Yeah, the face is... What car are you driving? He's in the Corvette, having a nice time. He barely fits. He's a big guy. You can see he doesn't have much clearance above his head. They say rev it, please. They say, please be careful, they need you.
I'm always careful.
Yeah, he's a good driver. Any other questions? Otherwise, Thoughts on Sui? I call it Sui going forwards.
So we should do very well as long as there's an altcoin continuation, which we'll see a glimpse of once we break 112,000 and hold above that, especially after 117,000. We're going to have, if we have a continuation, we're going to have a selective alt season. I've been talking about this for 2 years. Certain coins and narratives will run. Sui, I believe, is one of them, but it's also a long-term hold unless, in case you miss the exit. Again, nobody wants to hold altcoins in the bear market, but Sui won't be a complete disaster, in my opinion, if you do. Just try to get out before it goes too low, I guess. That said, I do believe Sui is going to do well. But the narratives I'm looking at for this bull market is obviously the privacy that we're seeing right now, which we're the first to call it, if not the first, one of the first people to call. I see other YouTubers calling it now, privacy tokens. And then you have perpetual dexes, which I know a little bit disappointing because we expected more. I do believe we have a long way to go. I mean, we did call Aster at 41 cents, so it's still up, but it did go all the way to $2, and I do believe we should re-challenge that before the end. And then, of course, we have AI, which I think is in the bubble, but I do think we're going to have a nice pumps in crypto once altcoins start going, and all the rest of the ones that we talk about in our portfolio. So how about you? You answer your opinion on that.
I don't know. They have. I'm more of a technical analysis guy. If people have like specific questions about charts or indicators, they say talk about Bitcoin more. It says the TA Frog. What a name. Oh, look, I'll give my macro thoughts, right? I've spent a lot of my life looking at charts. I'm not as optimistic.
Try to keep your head in the frame.
Yeah, I'll try and keep my head in the frame.
You have a beautiful face, just show it.
Thank you. Look, I'm not as optimistic, right? Because we hit our all-time highs of the cycle back in when, like October? And then since then, we haven't really seen much sustained strength. Like it's just been down, and then we've hit this 100k psychological support, and this is obviously the make or break. We're basically at the make or break.
Yeah.
I think if we don't see like a strong reaction soon, within literally the month or the next week, I'm not too optimistic, right? Because what's the frog saying? I think we'll hit the top. Yeah, we hit the top on the 6th of October. It's early October. But since then, it's just not really any sustained strength. We've got a few small rallies, but the bears have just been kicking it down, lower highs, and now we're at the major level. I would not be surprised, right? Here's what after years of looking at these charts, I would not be surprised if we get a massive wick below 100k, like a fake out wick, and then we bounce back. Right, like a big dump wick, like to 95k, one of those massive hammer candlesticks to fake out the entire market, and then we bounce and we rally a little bit. That would be the most classic Bitcoin.
That would be a good snap and rack to buy with your stop loss under the 95k level, whatever that low of that hammer would be.
They say, Kilo, yes, please put your questions in the chat again. We'll read them. Alex, what do you think of ETH's recent bounce on the 20? Let me open up. Let's have a look at the ETH USDT. Obviously, like, given the outlook on Bitcoin, generally the same kind of applies to Ethereum. You know, like these big guys move together. I think ETH is in for a bit of a bounce, right? Like it's just had a massive dump, like you said, Arcsedia. It's bouncing off a 21 EMA. A lot of bullish volumes just come in. The candles themselves look reversely. Like I think we could see a little bounce. Again, I don't think it will be sustained until we see any meaningful reaction on Bitcoin. But yeah, a lot of people asking opinion on Ethereum. At the end of the day, Ethereum isn't going to do anything without Bitcoin's consent, really. If Bitcoin is dumping, Ethereum's not going to go on a tear.
Very, very good. Yes.
So
We actually called the Ethereum bottom when it started outperforming Bitcoin, and then I actually said that there's no point in being in it again until it starts outperforming again. You might as well just hold Bitcoin at this point.
Exactly. There's no real, you know, and yeah, like you said, where was it? Tony, yeah, like we could see a really nasty lower wick, and that really would not surprise me at all. Like, how many times have we seen these key levels in Bitcoin? Everyone's going to be on Twitter at the moment talking about the 100K level. Yeah. How many times, like, obviously there's going to be big money planning to screw around there. Like, obviously there's going to be some kind of manipulation, and you know, they're not going to manipulate it up, and it's probably going to be manipulated down and then squeeze and then bounce. My question to Paul is twofold, so you have double question.
Okay.
One, possibly got us out of Dash too early, and the second is, Zcash took some profits along the way up. About 40% of its he sold with some profits. Should he buy again as it dips back?
So let's talk a little bit about Bitcoin, and I'll tell you how to chart Bitcoin so you can see what you're going to do with Zcash, in my opinion, humble opinion here. So Alex just mentioned a wick down, a possible wick down. I personally believe we may have seen a glimpse of that because we did go under 100K, and I did say to buy that snap and crack. Now, granted, it wasn't on all exchanges, but it was a very easy play to buy as soon as we came above 100K with your stop loss right under 98K or whatever that level was we went down to. The thing is, if that level breaks, I don't think we're going to go 95. I think we're going to go to the low 90s, in my opinion. 92, 91, something like this. Do I have to take? I can't do it though. It's too dangerous to go. It is too dangerous. I was thinking about the TA. So we missed the, oh God, this is going to be bad.
Let's see what the chat says. Yeah, we just got cooked. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
It's okay.
Let's go cooked for technical analysis. All right, anyway, so you better like this video because we're going to be in, look, traffic.
Oh my.
Oh God, dude. Okay, then somebody won't even let me go past there. Let me just take a right. All right, so for me, if you have, let's say you want to enter with $1,000 right now, just giving you an example, I would enter $500 right now with a stop loss under maybe a partial exit under 98 and another, a partial exit under the lows, a stop loss under the lows. And then I would put a buy order in with the other 500 at 98K and also the low 90s. So at least if you get flushed down on that candle that Alex is expecting, you could at least a buy spot and actually make back some of that difference. And obviously your stop loss will be under that after that. And if it goes under that, guys, it's out. Like, we're in a bear market, wait till the low 70s, mid 70s. And we'll reevaluate, and we are in massive trouble. Alex, I'm so sorry, man.
It's specifically Kilo D. Kilo D, you are getting banned from the channel.
No.
No, it's all good. It's all good. There's worse places to be stuck in life.
There's nothing worse being stuck in this traffic in the fucking sports car.
Yeah, there's worse places to be. What other questions do we have? Thoughts on CRO? CRO, let's bring it up. Let's bring up the
Let me try and get to the right side because traffic's pretty heavy and they're not going to let me go to the right after. They're not even
CRO, what a...
Look at this. Why won't you let me go past?
Because they're Dubai drivers. They,
Dude, like...
God.
Asshole. Now I'm by. I'm trying to take the exit and he's like cutting me.
We are in some heavy traffic.
And I can't even see that well. Why is it so dark outside? Let's see if I can... Okay. At least we're on the right side now. It's going to be easier to exit.
CRO chart. Oh my God, that is an absolute...
disaster, huh? Woo! That was fun. All right. Now I can just chill in this lane because it's going to be easier to exit. I don't want to miss the next exit.
Yeah.
There's no traffic on the way back though, from what I see.
By the way, Paul, spoke about BTC and didn't talk about Zcash.
Actually, I'm going to let Alex do the talking right now. I'm only going to do simple answers that don't require TA. A, Alex is better than I am, especially when it comes to day trading. And B, I'm driving and I don't want to crash this car.
Yeah. Okay. I will fill it. Look, if it's anything technical, shoot the questions. If it's anything fundamental, obviously Paul does not want to kill.
Even though I don't do fundamentals, I only do TA. I can answer questions on narrative, on strategy, or anything like that, or maybe even certain fundamentals.
Let me bring up the Zcash chart. This is the talk of the
Yes.
ZEC USDT. I'm multitasking. Let's have a look at it. Oh, we're up to 28. Oh my goodness gracious. That is a chart. Now,
if I didn't get liquidated on a flush in Zcash, right now I would be chilling.
Now, I'll tell you what, everyone. Historically, looking at the Zcash daily chart, I'll tell you what. So, it's a parabola, right? Like, we're seeing like essentially a massive like parabolic move. Like, it's increasing at an increasing
rate. What's the price right now?
It's now at $540. So historically, and at least from a technical perspective, when you get a formation like this, you draw like the kind of curve to follow the parabola, and any breakout of a parabola is normally met with a 50% retracement. That's just how it goes. This is like the classic textbook definition of a parabola. So anyone who's trading the Zcash, kind of draw that kind of curve with it using the curve drawing tool. Make sure you're not overfitting or using any bias, and watch for the break of that. So particularly Kilo, if you're going to be buying dips, set retracements on this parabola. Yeah. So for example, I would say, and I know again, like everyone's like, okay, Alex is very bearish. Okay, like it's probably going to go on a tear, but when it does break out of that parabola, it's probably going to dip back to the $250 range.
700, by the way, is a major resistance. Probably going to go back before that. A, and B, whenever Zcash goes parabolic, it's close to the end of the cycle. If you actually zoom out, Alex, you will see every time it would actually go to a bear market, and that's kind of making me. Because I was talking about a top coming in end of 2025, beginning 2026, and it coincides almost perfectly. So the top might even be in Zcash pretty soon, and then soon the whole market might actually be toppy for a potentially shorter bear market. But still, look, we're gonna get a bear market or what looks like a bear market pretty soon. There's no way we're not. And I do think the top's gonna be in the end of 2025, beginning 2026, regardless. So we have to make sure we play our cards accordingly there. I don't know if you agree, but
no, absolutely. Keeping like I always tell people to trade. We trade reactively, not predictively. So we draw out, an idea that we have in our heads, and we react to the idea. For example, we draw this parabola. When it breaks, we react to the break. Right, it's all very well, speculating the reversal now, but we look for the actual trigger, and then we stick with our gut, right?
Am I going out here? No.
No, still straight.
Okay, we're good.
So Tony.
So just to clarify, I might actually take 30% out of my Zcash in about an hour as soon as I stop driving.
That's assuming we do stop driving in an hour and you don't take us back to Greece. What's this? The S&P hit all-time highs. It will definitely go into a bear market. Is that concerning for Bitcoin? You think bear market along with the S&P? Do you think it could take Bitcoin below 40K? 40K is incredibly bearish. Like,
that's the bear market levels. That's the bottom of the bear market. For me, 40 to 50K, 30 to 50K is probably the bottom.
I think when we start hitting the previous cycle highs of 60k, that's when it's really like squeaky bum time. Like I don't see. The worst case scenario is I see a nasty wick below 60, and that's it. This is like apocalypse. And I mean, if it does, it's a great opportunity for everyone to be buying that dip.
We haven't seen a 40-50% dip in this cycle yet, by the way.
No.
And that's quite normal for Bitcoin.
No.
So that's why I'm saying we might see what will look like a bear market before everyone's out. So play your cards accordingly there.
Dash regained some momentum decently overnight. Let's have a look at the Dash chart, shall we? Dash. The thing is, like you always have these outliers in the market, but at the end of the day,
by the way, the
Bitcoin
problem with Dash is everyone thinks it's a privacy token, but it's not really. There's a little bit. There's an option for it, but it's not really a privacy token. So I don't know if you guys are playing on privacy narrative. I'm just playing on hype and breakouts because I recently learned they got out of that narrative. So just be aware of that. I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm not saying it's not going to do well because of that price over everything, right? But I'm just saying.
Dash looks. Let me load it up on maybe the 4-hour chart. I've never streamed and done TA on a
in a car on two phones.
On two phones. It's not easy. It's not easy.
It's not.
Dash. Oh, look at that candle. I would say that Dash candle, and
first of all, I did get out too soon, just to be but I got into Zcash, which also went up, so I think it's the same thing. I just felt more comfortable in Zcash.
I'm not convinced about that Dash candle, if I'm totally honest. It looks very dead cat
bounce-ish.
I'm not.
It's over the 50% though, isn't it? Or is it right at the top from 50%? Like the halfway, not the 50%, that's a mistake, but halfway, that would be the dead cat bounce, right?
Yeah, it's over. No, it's a
and
massive...
it just rejected, so it might be right there, that might go down.
Yeah, I'm not convinced about that. I would not be touching that with a... this is not a very organic looking chart. That is extremely whipsawish.
I think it's FOMO for privacy, because I think it's another privacy token that will do what Zcash did. That's why I got out and put it into Zcash. I feel more comfortable.
Again, this is all obviously speculation. Maybe there's some fundamentals driving it. Just from a technical point of view, this is something you would want to avoid trading. And if you hold, you hold. If you...
Sorry about that, but
it's fine.
There's the only way to drive in Dubai is to speed through people.
I'm holding on for my life, guys.
Like it's a motorbike. Is this where the exit is? No, next one, right?
Next one.
Okay, good.
Yeah, over this bridge.
Okay, cool. By the way, you can push that button at the top, that one right there, and show them the mosque as we're passing by.
They'll see my feet, and I don't think anyone wants to see my feet.
Then don't do that. I was talking about the mosque, not your feet.
The TA Frog. By the way, who are you? Like your nah?
Oh yeah, because I'm driving and then you can't.
They're asking who. I'm one of the guys over at ChartPrime. If you go to the YouTube channel, can I?
Yeah, of course you can.
It's ChartPrime. I do the videos over there. I don't do TA. I make indicators.
He's the creator of the factor line. He's my partner. We made the factor line together based on the way I trade.
Yes, exactly. Let's see.
He's also a very, very good friend. And somebody that shows, and also a tour guide of Dubai.
Kilo D's like, last question from me. Yes, Mr. Frog. So you don't think we will have a 70 to 80% drop on Bitcoin this bear? 70 to 80% is more than a bear market. That is really like...
That's what happens. He's talking about the cycle though, and I believe we will. 70
to 80%. 80% would take us where down to...
Whoa, because we don't know if the top's in. So 70% from where? From now or from the top?
That's
or
a good
from the
question.
future top?
Mr. Frog, where are you speaking? Relative to where? Relative from here, which is like going back to 20k? That's...
From the highs, I think it means.
From the highs.
So 126, it should come out to about 40-ish.
Yeah, let's see. I'll wait for...
Alright, we're back on track. No traffic.
Good to meet you, Kilo. Good to meet you. I don't know the top. The top was like about 130k.
Yeah, depending on the exchange. I think it was 126. Because I would have exited the 130.
Okay. 1 second, I just got a reply.
Do your thing. Look, I don't buy the not going into a bear market narrative and extended cycle. If we might have a bit of a shorter bear market, granted, but I do think we're going to go down 70-80% from the highs. Now, where the highs are going to be, are they 126? Will it be 140? I don't know. We don't know yet. But I do believe we're going to have that retrace, and I do believe that we may even go into a recession, or a pretty strong one. So, and how it's going to be short-lived or long-lived, I don't know, but I'm sticking to the 4-year cycle until proven otherwise. I know that a traditional TA doesn't cover that, but when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto, I'm sticking to the 4-year cycle until proven otherwise, meaning I'm getting out of 80% of my positions by the end of the cycle, hopefully. 20% might still be in, and if the market continues into an extended cycle, guess what? You can always get back in with leverage with a smaller amount and still have taken your profits to the side, so you're not sitting there with your penis in your hand like the XRP army in the last bull market, not being able to afford to go for an out for ice cream. So that's, do I go right here? No. Okay, I'll almost go right here. So yeah, you better concentrate on the phone. I better concentrate on the road just in case you do something stupid again.
I have a sinking feeling we should have gone right.
No.
Okay.
We're good, man. Don't jinx it. We're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. I hope we're good. We're going right. I was correct.
That's huge.
I think so. Shit, maybe not.
No. We have to do a full...
Okay, but we'll do the roundabout thing. So stop showing me on camera. I'm not talking anymore. You're doing TA from now on. That's doing simple one question answers.
We are asking Google Maps to go, guys. Give me 1 second, everybody. Guys, we're going to go for a little bit, but we will return shortly once we have navigated back,
or maybe even tomorrow.
Because
we're getting lost again. It's getting ridiculous.
Paul is on his way to Abu Dhabi. Honestly, Paul is going on a whole grand tour. Really, this is one of the maps says I'm going to do. There's the mosque in question.
Oh, pleasure. We passed it 3 times.
Pleasure kilo. We are going to continue going round in circles, and yeah,
it's getting unsafe at this point.
There you are, Paul. I don't know how to...
So top left little X thing.
Bye.